Okay, welcome. So today I actually have this EA that can trade volatility 251s, 51s, 25 1s, and you will actually see the performance of the EA. So this is the EA, Kenjo 2, and you can see the symbol volatility 51s, the time, the 5 minutes. So let's set last month because we want to actually check what is the relative thing that it has actually done. Okay, that it can actually do. And let's move down the forward no. Model latency, this and that. Equity deposit $100 because this is a relative amount that anybody could afford to actually put on a here. So if we're putting $1,000 now, it may not be feasible for some people. So I think this information are okay. The leverage is 1 to 1,000 on the right. So if you put it as 1 to 500, it will work. So uh, let's run it and let's see what it does. Now it's running. Let's go to the graph. This is the equity, $100 that actually started. Let's see what it will actually do. Now you can see it's already progressing. It's not complete. When it's complete, we are going to go to inputs if you know how to actually run it. So we're going to actually monitor from inputs. But for now, we're going to monitor from here. As you can see, progressively from the $100, this is where the account started from. You can see balance and equity. The equity from $100, which is at this point, at this area, so you can see $100 went to 97. That is the equity. That is the float. And when you have balance is a trade that has already closed. Float uh, and the float is what will actually impact the balance that will actually give you the equity. So you can see progressively how the equity is moving up, all the way from that level. Now we are running it currently on volatility 51s. So let's see, because this is settings. If we go up, we're running it on 51s. This is the graph progressively, and we're looking at just from the beginning of this month, this April, the month of March 2024. You can see 2024 03 01. So from the beginning of this month, and it's running, it will be completed very soon in a short period of time. We're almost there. These few seconds to go so that we can go to the inputs and actually have the relative thing that we get from it. All right. So you can see it went all the way and we actually ended up at 145 because we still have a float that is running. So we go to the inputs, we have the information. Sorry. We go to the back test rather. We have the information. So initial deposit was $100. The total net profit was $45. It made $45. That's 45% of $100. And the gross profit was 75. The gross loss was $30, which is okay. Make $75 and lose just $30 out of it and have retention. Let's look at the drawdown. Drawdown is very important. We have 13.8, and you can see which is okay, relative drawdown, which is okay, 22.4, and which is 13.8 also in percentage. And the profit factor is very high, 2.49, which tells you that subsequent trade there is higher chances for you to actually be highly profitable. you should check what profit factor means, and recovery factor also. You should understand what it means. That if you had a trade that was lost, what has actually been happening consecutively, you recover and make profit. So let's check for another instrument. Let's check for volatility 25 1s, also on 5 minutes. So we saw that volatility 50 gave 25, uh, gave 45%. This is now volatility 25. Let's see what volatility 25 will deliver. The same way that is actually also started, you can see $100, and you can see this is the equity that went to 97, then go all the way up to 115, and it's still running. To save time, that's why I actually pause, and it's still running. So I paused the video and it's still running. We can still see the account is still profitable even at this point. Still profitable on volatility 25 1s. So let's see what the end is. From the beginning of the month, we talk about the relativity. So remember, we know what we want to also check, the profit factor. We want to actually also check the total net profit and the loss that it actually had. So it's almost done. And this is just a period of 12 days. I hope you understand. From the beginning of 11 days, from the begin, because it's today is not finished already. From the beginning of the month of March, and you can see consistently went up. Okay, you can see progressively the account, the graph shows. So let's go to back test. So the net profit also here we actually have 40, and the gross profit is actually 90. The loss is 50, which is also okay. If you look at the drawdown, which I actually explained, that is very important. You want to know what is the percentage drawdown, and it's just 18.4, 18.8 also. Now the profit factor is still above, it's almost 2, so it means it's relatively very great also on volatility 25, and recovery is also above 1. That is, it's when you have 1.66, it means that in 3 trades 2 will surely win if he has 1 loss. I hope that is clear. So let's go to the last, which is volatility 251s. And due to volatility of volatility 251s, we are going to use 1 minute. So we will run, and I will pause, so to save our time. You can see that it's going to take about 4 minutes. All right, so this is the graph. This is the graph, the progression. You can see moving all the way up. It has actually reached 148, and when it went down to 121. And you know the lowest lot size on volatility 250 is also is 0.005. So, and since that's stop loss and take profit, it's, you cannot expect that all the trades will win. And it went to 121, and from that 121 it went all the way up now to 148. So let's see. And we are almost there. Went now, peak from that around 127 all the way now to 190, around 190. This is over 190. So let's go to back test and let's see the performance. So the initial deposit $100, the profit, total net profit 93, that's 93%, and the gross profit was 233, and this the profit factor 1.6 is still above 1.5, and recovery factor you can see 2.63 high. What is actually the drawdown, which is the most important, another important factor, 22.17, and the relative drawdown is 22.9, which is okay. uh, and this here is actually available for anybody that have interest in it. It's going to actually go for $100, and for the first 10 people I will be giving it out for $50. But if you have actually purchased here from me before, that you have actually purchased here from me before, I will be giving this for free. So somebody who has actually purchased here, just like I've actually made promise that people that patronize, they are going to actually have a lot of benefits they will get from me. And if you have interest in it, you can be part of the first 10 that will get it for just a token of $50. I believe if you trade in by yourself, you know what you could lose, and we've seen on the graph the performance of this. So if you have interest, you can actually also join to actually be part of the first 10, or probably $100 is still not a higher amount if you are not privileged to actually be part of the first 10. So if you have interest in it, you can see that what we did the back test is a relative time. We did not just go and select a back date. We choose the time that is relative, that okay, what is the performance in real time? Just so that is what it means. When we actually select relative time, it shows you that maybe something, any manipulation is done on the chart, and the chart is actually, the dynamics of chart has changed at that particular time. What is it doing? So you've seen. So it's not like we just choose any time that's suitable for it. And we'll be using it also, and we'll be showing more results on our platform. So I'll see you in the next video.